Because of the civil unrest that occurs in many African countries from time to time, the African continent has some of the most protected presidents in the world. In this video, we are going to explore the top 10 most protected presidents in Africa. These presidents have the most impressive security details protecting them and their families all the time while at home and when out on official duties. Without further ado, here are the top 10 most protected presidents in Africa. Number 10. Mamadi Doumbouya. Mamadi Doumbouya is the current president of the Republic of Guinea. Just at the age of 43, Doumbouya is the second youngest president in Africa after Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. He became the president through a military coup in 2021 that overthrew the government of Alpha Conde. Being a military officer himself and having gotten into power through a coup, Mamadi knows exactly how to protect himself so he doesn't suffer the same fate as his predecessor. Number 9. Yoweri Museveni. Museveni is the current ruling president of the Republic of Uganda. Museveni rose to this most powerful position in 1986, which means he has been in power for 37 good years. Before he became the president, Museveni was also a military officer and a leader of a Bush rebel group. Being a former military officer and being in power for this long, he knows exactly how to arrange his security and how to gather a team of loyal military men around him who cannot betray him. He has therefore surrounded himself with loyal military officers who follow his orders to the latter, including his own son, General Muhoozi. Number 8. Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the current ruling president of the Republic of Nigeria after being elected into this most powerful position in the country in May 2023. After being sworn in as the president, he inherited a strong security system, including the State Security Service, an elite unit tasked with protecting the country's most senior political figures, including the president and his family. A motorcade of 8 vehicles normally surrounds his automobile, and he can even double his security detail depending on where he's going. Number 7. Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore is the current interim president of the Republic of Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traore, who just at the age of 35 years old is the youngest president in the world, rose to this most powerful position through a military coup. Before he became the president, he held the position of captain in the military rank, the same position that was held by Thomas Sankara before he became the president. He became most popular during the Russia-Africa summit with his strong statement against the West and African leaders who are puppets of the West. Ever since he became the president, his main agenda has been to drive France out of Burkina Faso mines, something that hasn't sat well with France and the West. His security has therefore been beefed up to protect him from any foreign threats because he is a loved president at home. Number 6. Cyril Ramaphosa. Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa is the current ruling president of the Republic of South Africa. South Africa is the second biggest economy in Africa after Nigeria, and as such, the president is a very important person in the country. President Cyril Ramaphosa's security details were exposed recently when he was visiting Russia on a peacekeeping mission when they were held up in an airport in Poland. 12 containers containing weapons and other security equipments that the president's security team believed to be for his protection were refused clearance to unload. His security team was also forbidden from exiting the aircraft. Number 5. William Ruto. William Ruto, who is the current president of the Republic of Kenya, was elected to this most powerful seat in the country in September 2022. His predecessor, Uhuru Kenyatta, who was regarded as one of the most guarded presidents in Africa, left him with an excellent security detail. The motorcade that drives the president is arguably one of the most extravagant, with 12 SUVs surrounding the president's automobile on all sides and 15 motorcycles driving in a V-shaped convoy. His vehicle is an armored Toyota Land Cruiser, and the other cars in his motorcade are similarly very powerful. When inside or outside the car, he is shielded from every angle. Number 4. Emmerson Mnangagwa. Emmerson Mnangagwa is the current ruling president of the Republic of Zimbabwe after being re-elected as the president in the recent election held in the country. Emmerson Mnangagwa also became the president of Zimbabwe through a military coup that brought to an end the 30 years rule of Robert Mugabe. Since he became the president through a military coup, Mnangagwa is also very careful so he doesn't suffer the same fate as Robert Mugabe. To be honest, the Mugabe coup was well received because Robert Mugabe held power for a long time. However, he must still exercise extreme caution because some political opponents may urge him using force as a solution. Every time Mnangagwa makes an appearance in the public, he uses strict security to keep people away. He has about 50 bodyguards, all of them are dressed in black suits and carrying briefcases that appear to be filled with automatic weapons. Number 3. Paul Kagame. Paul Kagame, who has been the president of the Republic of Rwanda since 2000, is one of the most heavily guarded presidents in the African continent. Before he became the president, Paul Kagame was also a military officer and leader of the Rwandan Patriotic Front, a rebel group that brought to an end the devastating genocide that happened in Rwanda. Being a military officer, Kagame's security is very tight and well trained. Since he became the president, Paul Kagame has massively transformed the economic landscape of Rwanda, as Rwanda is the cleanest country in Africa and one of the most developed countries in the continent. The president is normally driven around in armored Range Rover Sentinel and a motorcade of 12 vehicles. Number 2. Alassane Ouattara. Alassane Ouattara is the current ruling president of the Republic of Ivory Coast. Ouattara is known to be one of the most protected presidents in Africa, as he came into power on the back of a conflict, and many still believe that he got into power with the help of France. He travels to international summits in black Mercedes class that has 2 engines and is armored. His motorcade, which consists of up to 20 vehicles, include buses, vans, Humvees, Range Rovers, never leaves him alone. And finally, topping our list of the most protected presidents in Africa is Paul Biya. Paul Biya is the ruling president of the Republic of Cameroon. Having been in power for 40 years, Paul Biya is the second longest serving African president after Teodoro Obiang of Equatorial Guinea, who has been in power for 43 years. having been in office for this long, the Cameroonian president is always paranoid that someone might want to see him out of office, probably through a coup. He has therefore accumulated very strong and trusted security details that offer him maximum security and assurance. And with that, we come to an end of this wonderful episode of the most protected presidents in Africa. If you found this video informative, be sure to like, share and subscribe as I bring you more information on the African continent, people and culture.